congratulations on the victory. As
Thanks,
a Test captain, you've benefited from a lot of fantastic Test bowling performances, like especially Mitchell Johnson comes to mind. In one day, how do you rate what Mitch Starc was able to do for the whole tournament, and also, I guess, the bowling unit fast bowling unit as a whole for the tournament?
Yeah, there's no doubt that I think Starkey deserves the Man of the Series award. I think he's been exceptional. I think our whole attack has, to be honest. I think that's no coincidence while we sit here World Cup winners tonight. I think our bowlers have won us the World Cup. I think our batters have certainly stood up and grabbed their opportunities, but I think our bowling performances in every single game has been exceptional. Probably none better than today.
Michael, how is it to walk away? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, mate.
How is it to walk away from one-day cricket with the biggest trophy, a half century, and could you have asked for anything more?
No, look, I said yesterday that I thought it was the right time. Now I know it's the right time. I think obviously there's no such thing as fairy tales in sport, but that's probably as close as it gets for me. To win not only to win a World Cup, but to win in front of your home fans. There was a lot of expectation. There was a lot of added pressure. The fact that we're playing in Australia in front of our home fans, and I think the boys soaked that up from day one and loved every minute of it. I said after our semi-final that mentally we were ready for this final. I think we showed that today. So, the whole squad deserves a lot of credit. Every single player's played a big part in us having success, and we've worked really hard. I think even today, once we bowled New Zealand out, 6 or 7 of the guys went to the nets for a hit in the lead up to our batting innings, just to make sure they're as well prepared as they possibly could be and ready to walk out and chase those 180 runs. So it shows the discipline and the dedication to wanting to help the team have success. I'm extremely proud and really happy with how the day panned out. I think New Zealand deserve a lot of credit for the way they played throughout this tournament. We have the utmost respect for that team, and I guess my relationship with Brendan is very close, and I wish them all the best for the future. But it was a great final. I think the 2 best teams in the World Cup were in the final, and just happened to be our day today.
Michael, congratulations firstly.
Thank you.
2 questions, very quick ones. What happened right now? What did you do that was special when you celebrated, if you could share with us? And secondly, the MCG is such a big ground that it kind of makes it, it's apt for you as a batsman, because it's more of crafting than just smashing the ball around. Would you agree?
I thought I smashed him today. No, I'm only kidding. We pretty much, as you've seen, the lap of honour to thank all of our fans. I think that was really important, that we went out of our way to thank the supporters. The support we've had throughout the whole tournament's been fantastic, and I do believe that's played a big part in us having success. I said that after the Ashes, and I believe this tournament's no different. Then we were in the change room celebrating together, and then I had to leave and go and get drug tested. So I've got plenty of time to get back into that change room and celebrate with the team. I don't think we'll do too much tonight. I think we'll stay in there and spend some time together. We've worked really hard as a group, and I think it's important times like these you celebrate together. The MCG is a beautiful ground, one of my favourite grounds to play on. I probably personally haven't had as much success on that ground as I would like, especially in Test cricket. But as you've seen, it's the end of the summer for us. And for the groundsman to be able to produce such a great wicket for cricket, amazing outfield. I still think probably wasn't as many runs scored today as people would have liked to have seen, but I still believe the game was entertaining, and that's what happens when you're playing against 2 good bowling attacks.
Michael, Ian Smith, the commentator, said on air that he was here very early on the ground, 1 hour before the Australian team was here, and he saw you on the ground for some visualization work or whatever. Could you just tell us what was that about?
Normally I come to the ground earlier than the team, so I can get my own personal preparation done. So then once the team arrives, I'm able to worry about every other player. I've done that my whole captaincy in Test cricket and one-day cricket, so today was no different. I like to get here, make sure my body's warm, look at the wicket, and then go and do my batting in the nets before the boys arrive.
The reception that you received when you walked off, how special was that? When you personally?
Yeah, it's been really special, to be honest. Like I said, even announcing my retirement from one-day cricket yesterday, I really didn't want to take anything away from the team. Yeah, so even tonight, it's still, that was very special for me personally. But again, I really wanted to run off the field, so I didn't take that. I wanted that applause for the team. But I think we got that. I think the way the crowd hung around for us to raise that trophy, the World Cup trophy, I think was very special for all the players. Yeah, it's been, like I say, 245 games for my country. I've been absolutely blessed. I couldn't ask to have been a part of any better team, whether when I started my career, when I won the World Cup in 2007, or when we won tonight. I've played with some unbelievable players, and this team's no different. This team's full of amazing talent. I think at the end of a lot of their careers, they'll be great to the game. I certainly can't ask for anything more.
Black armband that you wear, and obviously everything that the boys went through 4 months ago, how proud are you that they actually managed to pull this off, given how it started?
Yeah, it makes it more special. There's no doubt about it. I think Hughesy's thought about and spoken about on a daily basis. I think probably the last couple of months for me personally, it's probably been harder than when he first passed away. I've been in regular contact with his sister and his family. And I know they would have been watching tonight, so I guess that's what makes it so special, that we are still thinking about him, we are still talking about him, and we always will. Like I say, I won't play another game. I certainly won't play a test match without his test number on my heart. And I'll wear this black armband for the rest of my career. So, we've spoken about it as a team. We believe we played this World Cup with 16 players in our squad. And that'll continue for the rest of my career, that's for sure.
So, me? Ben, sorry. Michael, just following on from that, how exhausted are you and the team, with the sort of emotional energy that's been put into this summer? It started way back in November, and, the things that have happened, do you feel like everyone has just put everything on the field, over the last...
I believe the boys have been exceptional the whole summer. There's no doubt about it. I think there's definitely some tired players in that change room. It obviously is the end of our summer. But yeah, this summer's been different because it's not just about the physical side of the game. I think we've all experienced the mental side and the emotion of what's happened. And I guess that's why the boys deserve even more credit to be able to continue to get up every single day and want to perform and help the team have success with that, emotion that runs through your body. So, I think through the whole World Cup, I made it very clear that it was going to be skill, not emotion, that won us the World Cup. And I think a lot of the things I've said in press conferences have actually been for myself. I'm saying it out loud so I can hear it myself. And I think that's probably one of the main things I've been saying. Skill over emotion will win the World Cup for us. And I think I've needed to hear that as well. I've needed to say it out loud because it has been emotional. There's no doubt about it. To fight my backside off and work as hard as I possibly have to get back into the team, number one, after surgery, and then I guess to deal with what we've all dealt with over the last few months. And to win a World Cup in front of your home fans. It's taken amazing discipline from all the players, a lot of hard work, and it's a fitting reward, like I say, for the pain everyone's gone through.
Sorry. Sort of swapped around a little bit, but was there any significance with Shane coming out there at the end in terms of, I suppose, the stage he's at with his career as well?
Not at all. Watto was down to bat 5. Once he moved from number 3, he was batting 5 every game. There was just a couple of games I batted Maxi in front of him because of the situation of the game. But no, he was batting 5 the whole time.
I wanted to ask you that since now you've retired from ODIs, there will be a window of opportunity for you probably. How are you looking at it? Apart from Test cricket, will you be presenting yourself as plying your trade in the T20 leagues across the world?
I haven't thought too much about it, to be honest. I spoke at the start of the World Cup when there was some talk about the Melbourne Stars. And I said I was really concentrating on, I wanted to concentrate on this World Cup, and nothing's changed. I think now that the World Cup's over, I've got some time to have a think about what I want to do there. You know, I'm still really excited about Test cricket, and then I'll have a think about the T20 format moving forward. But yeah, I don't want to rush away from this feeling right now in this moment. I want to enjoy over the next few days. I want to enjoy what we've achieved as a team. I want to enjoy what I've achieved as a one-day cricketer for Australia, and then I'll have a think about things and assess then.
Michael, outstanding cricketing performance tonight. I just wondered why you were so vociferous in some of the send-offs you gave to the New Zealand batsmen.
Say that again, sorry?
I wondered why you were so vociferous in some of the send-offs that were given
Vociferous?
to the New Zealand batsmen.
I don't think I gave a send-off to any New Zealand batsman.
Personally, but the team generally, it was noticed and commentated on.
Well,
I just wondered if there was any reason for it.
I can't remember a player getting a send-off. Maybe I was too far from the action, I don't know. Obviously, it's a World Cup final. There's passion, there's excitement, there's adrenaline running through the guys' bodies. Like I've said my whole career, I think you cop as good as you give. I know this team's copped a fair bit of stick throughout this World Cup. Boys have got long memories. Maybe there was something there. I'm not too sure, but I don't think there was anything that was below the belt, as to say.
You mentioned yesterday that your legacy will be what your teammates think of you, but just in terms of on the park and looking at that at the next World Cup, how well placed do you think you leave the team, the aggression that everyone plays with, and some of the young stars there?
Yeah, look, I think that's always been a part of the Australian teams I've been involved in. I think it's about trying to take wickets as a bowler. It's about trying to score runs as a batsman. I guess the rules of one-day cricket these days have probably allowed my captaincy style to be as aggressive as I like to be. The fact you only have 4 fielders out, I think you have to try and take wickets. If there's wickets in hand, I think the last 15, 20 overs of a one-day match can be so destructive for the batting team. So that's probably allowed me to be nice and positive with my captaincy. I think the team's in a great place. I think they'll continue to have success. I think they'll continue to get better. I think that talent will not just be talent, it'll be consistent performance. I think like I said, I think it's the right time for me to go now. I think this team's ready to move forward and continue to have a lot of success all around the world.
Clarke, brilliant performance today.
Thank you.
Given you said you didn't want the retirement to be, take the shine off the World Cup win, why did you announce it the day before, not the day after?
Because I think tomorrow's press is going to be about the team. And if I announce it tonight, then tomorrow's press wouldn't have been about the team. So I've probably taken one day of media rather than a week of it. I'm hoping the next week is full of positive things about every single player in that change room and what they've achieved in this tournament. But you guys will dictate that.
Michael, I know you're so well versed in talking about the team, but if you can just put that to one side just for one moment, considering what you've been through this summer in terms of, Phillip's death and obviously, the hamstrings and the rehab and all the sort of work leading into this summer and especially this tournament, do you feel that this is probably your proudest achievement or the thing you're most proud of?
I think my proudest achievement in my career was making 100 at the Adelaide Oval in that Test match. But this is as special as it gets. I've been fortunate. I won. I was part of the team that won the World Cup in 2007. I won 2 Ashes campaigns 5-0. I don't think it's fair to compare. For me personally, like I say, that 100 in Adelaide is the most special day of my life. This is a magnificent feeling. There's no doubt about it, and it's because the team has been through so much, and we're able to still walk out onto that cricket field and perform.